So, what does your yoga teacher mean when they say stack your shoulders over your hips in Virabhadrasana Warrior Two? This is an alignment cue. Let's have a look at it. Something that is very, very common when people come into their Warrior Two is that it looks a lot like this. Now, there's a lot going on here, but for the purposes of this video, I'm going to focus just on the shoulders. So, what you can see here when we say stack shoulders over the hip, it's because the hips and the shoulders are out of alignment with each other. So you can see that my back shoulder is forward of my back hip and my front shoulder is forward of my front hip. So what we want is we want a nice long line from the crown of your head all the way down through your pelvis. And that's not what's going on here. It's more of a diagonal. This is more what we would look for if we were coming into triangle pose with a straight leg, right? Instead, what we want is to pull the shoulders back to stack over the hips. So now my back shoulder is stacked over my back hip and my front shoulder is stacked over my front hip, right? So now there's a nice long line, it should be pretty straight from the crown of my head all the way down to the pelvis. Right. So, and also not as common, sometimes you see this where the back shoulder is further back than the back hip and the front shoulder is back of the front hip. And so in this case, we would want to come forward more to stack the shoulders. And there it is. That's what it means. It's actually quite simple. So, uh, the best way to understand if this is you is to do it in front of a mirror. So get into your Warrior Two the way you naturally would, and then look in a mirror and notice if you tend to lean forward. And then practice pulling yourself back in front of a mirror. That way, when you're in a class where you can't see yourself, you'll know what this feels like to be stacked. So follow me for all tips and tricks and all things yoga. Let me know in the comments if this is helpful, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.